Rotvang struggled to stand between the two men holding him between their shoulders. His mouth was salty with blood as he sputtered, "I did not kill those men." "Again!" Lohman shouted, and this time Rotvang's vision blacked out altogether. The submarine's diesel fumes choked him as reality faded, but Lohman's sickly, sweet breath cut through sharpest when he leaned in close and hissed, "No, Grace." When Rotvang woke, his vision was clearer, only obscured by a crust of blood and sweat. He recognized the walls of his cabin and the soot-covered reading light above his berth. He thought he smelled Lohman's breath, but when he turned his head, he only saw the empty leather reading chair from his apartment. 1 week ago, when the HS-1 fled, the Nazis had burned Rotvang's other creature comforts, but Lohman made them spare that old leather chair. "This is the last thing that is yours," he'd said. "There is no room on a U-boat for a chair like this. We are taking it to remind you of what comfort you enjoyed through our hospitality and what you stand to lose. It is a handsome chair. I shall enjoy sitting in it, I think, when I visit you." The old man was full of that flourish. Rotvang swung his legs over the berth and propped himself up. He ached, but it was all dull, and the world felt slower. Morphine, perhaps. What a poor solution to terrible pain. One day, he thought, he would feel no pain at all. His mind, which was the only thing he cared for about himself, would be in a perfect, unfeeling body, powered by a uranium core with a half-life of 500 years. The beatings were all the more galling to Rotvang because their current predicament was Lohman's own damn fault. Rotvang had long exhorted him to keep the HS-1 deactivated while he toiled on the consciousness transfer mechanism. But Lohman wouldn't have it. He'd love to watch the HS-1 walk and talk, work and exercise, even sleep. He'd made the HS-1 drill with his soldiers. He made Rotvang augment the HS-1's defense mechanisms and had the HS-1 practice with them daily. Lohman had needed the spectacle to nurture his desperate hope for more life. But keeping the HS-1 active also nourished the risk that the increasingly frustrated spirit trapped inside the machine might snap. "That's your problem, not mine," Lohman would hiss. "Keep your guinea pig in check." Rotvang had tried, and for years he'd succeeded. He'd convinced the boy that the leaders of Plus Ultra were careless futurists, obsessed with the speed, ease, power, and efficiency of technology, indifferent to the cost. He'd convinced the boy that they'd forced him to conduct the consciousness transfer experiment just to see what would happen. He'd convinced the boy that they were merely using the Nazis, not aligning with them, and that once Rotvang had gotten what he needed, they would launch a more heroic mission, saving the world from all oppression, be it Plus Ultra's mad science or Hitler's bid for world domination. Through it all, Rotvang had helped the boy feel more human by completing his education and promising to cure him one day. Rotvang was father, doctor, teacher, friend to the boy, and the boy had bought it. It was an Oscar-worthy performance. Of course, what Rotvang had really wanted was to put his own mind in the HS-1, then to use all those infernal devices Lohman had made him install to kill him, then to fight his way out of Germany. He'd been so close. All that had remained was finding time away from Lohman's gaze to purge the boy's consciousness and download his own into the core. How could he have let the HS-1 outwit him? Rotvang knew the boy had been growing restless, but he'd never thought he'd grown desperate enough to distrust him. He broke into Rotvang's safe. He saw the correspondence with the mole. He came to a conclusion, possibly even the correct one, and he ran. He feared death just like Rotvang. Of course he ran.